Hello, let's talk a little bit about Module 2, Digital Citizenship and Literacy. In this particular model, you're going to explore the many components of digital citizenship and literacy, and many of the topics you might find that you already know and understand. But we also want to provide you with some tools and some information that you will need in order to be able to teach these topics to your students. In this module, the focus is on the ISTE-NET's education standard that educators will inspire students to positively contribute to and responsibly participate in the digital world. As you can guess, this module is going to focus on online citizenship, copyright, safe searches, digital bullying, and keeping your digital footprint at a minimum. As you begin the module, you will start thinking about the skills that you already know or familiar with by watching a short video and taking these two short quizzes that focus on just basic digital safety skills. After you've taken the quizzes, you are asked to fill out this form. All you have to do is write on the web page, put in your name and the number of questions that you received, and report on things that surprised you about your quiz results. And then you hit submit, and that automatically will post that for you. Task 2 involves exploring a little bit more this idea of what digital citizenship is, talking about online safety and cyberbullying. You're going to notice throughout all of the modules that I'm going to focus on the use of images and infographics and how we can obtain information quickly from these images and infographics. And this first image that you see here is an infographic that has some basic information about digital citizenship. Think about how you might use an infographic to introduce a lesson so that the information is already chunked and given to students in small little bite-sized pieces. After you've reviewed the infographic, you will begin by looking at some resources that have been designed for students that deal with internet safety. And there are many resources out here. One of the things throughout this course that I also try to do is to provide you with some of the best resources. If you don't have a bookmarking system already set up on your computer, you need to work on finding the best way to bookmark items on your computer. And in the Getting Started module, I spoke a little bit about that. You will be using the Common Sense Media modules that are available. You will also be looking at NetSmart and Digital Passport, where there's a variety of resources for parents and teachers as well as for students. On the Common Sense Media, you will be completing several of their online modules for teachers. These are online professional development modules. Oftentimes you're going to be responsible for learning on your own, and Common Sense Media does have a wonderful resource library for teachers. You can even become Common Sense certified, and I would suggest that if you have time this summer that you do that this is a great thing that you could add to your resume, and it's all online and it's all free, and Common Sense Media will provide you with a certificate and showing that you've been certified as a Common Sense Media educator. We're only going to do 2 of the modules. I believe that there are 5 or 6 modules, so you will have a head start if you decide to go ahead and do that. You can also focus on whether you want to be certified for the lower grades, K through 2, or the upper grades, 3 through 5. The assignment for that particular task involves going to your web page, Digital Citizenship web page, creating a subheading, and then defining the term digital citizenship, making sure that you are using complete sentences and that you are including examples of what digital citizenship includes. List the ISTE nets for students. Now you may have to do some searching and go back to the ISTE nets or to the ISTE website to find those, and then listing the ones you feel like that tie into digital citizenship. You will then want to create another subheading for online safety rules. And on this page, I would like for you to create a list of 5 rules you feel are the most important that we teach our students for online activities. You are then going to create a subheading, resources for teaching digital literacy, and provide some resources. One for parents that you think would be a good tool for parents, one for students, and one for other educators. You will need to make sure you include the site name, a link, and a brief description of why you chose that particular resource. Then once you've completed the Common Sense module, you will have received a PDF certificate. Please save that certificate. Make sure it's saved as a PDF, and you will upload that to your Google folder. Task 3 involves looking more at digital literacy, which is a little different from digital citizenship, because when we talk about literacy, in digital literacy, we're talking about really examining what it is that we find online. How do we find the good stuff? How do we tell fake news from real news? How do we assess whether a website is truly what it is? You know, that commercial that says, well, it was on the internet and there's no way that it could be real. And how you teach these skills to your students. So your task here is going to be looking at how you develop your own searching skills, because the tools you use to search are usually the foundation for finding the good stuff, and how you search helps you find the good stuff and stay away from the stuff that is more would be considered fake. So this time for your professional development in Common Sense Media, you work through modules. This time you're going to use a webinar. This webinar is produced by EdWeb, a wonderful resource that is also free. They have a variety of categories that you can choose from. This particular one comes from their digital resources and information, and this is digital literacy for teachers and students, locating and curating the best of the web. This is a free webinar. You will have to register for the webinar, and then you will navigate to this particular site, and it will look something like this when you get there. You will need to download the presentation slides, and that way you can use those as they're going through some of their ideas and suggestions for searching. Hopefully you will learn something new about how to navigate your search engines. When you have finished, they will give you a short little quiz at the end of the webinar. The webinar is about an hour long. You will complete the quiz, and then if you have passed the quiz, they will provide you with a certificate. You will need to, again, make sure that you save the certificate, download it as a PDF, and then you will upload that certificate to your Google folder. So your assignments for that particular task are to post your certificate to the Google folder. Then create a subtitle on your web page, digital literacy page, that says searching, and in complete sentences list 5 search tips that you think that are the most important tips that teachers and students need to know when searching. Then you are going to create a second subheading, digital literacy resources, and I want you to use your new search skills and find 2 online games for students to play, 2 lesson plans for teaching about digital safety and citizenship, and a YouTube video that is about digital literacy. And I would like for you to insert, using the insert command, this for this digital literacy video that you find onto your web page. And again, a reminder about making sure when you're posting links that you should include the name of the tool, the URL for the tool, and a 2 to 3 sentence description of how you might use that tool. Now, in task 3, you are learning about searching as a teacher or a parent or an adult. Task 4, you're going to focus more on searching on child-friendly sites. And most of us don't realize that there are sites that are designated just as children's search sites. So you will investigate several of these sites. When you go to this particular link, educatorstechnology.com, you may find that not all of the links work for those sites. So there's multiple ones, so choose the ones that that are working. And then if you don't find 2 more, you can always use your Google search to locate those. And then again, on your digital literacy web page, create a subtitle, Searching with Students, and add a link and description for 4 websites that you visit that could be used for by students for searching. Make sure you read carefully what it is you need to put in the description for those sites. Task 5 is on digital citizenship and copyright. For this particular task, you will be completing a module called Copyright for Educators. It begins with a video overview, and then there's some additional videos that you will watch, and it has those in a order. Make sure you download this file when you get through, and this file is a great chart for you to have for your own purposes. And then there's a short quiz that I would like for you to take. And this does not need to be posted. This is just for your own benefit. When you're through with those tasks, would you please go to your digital literacy page again, add a subtitle, copyright, define copyright in your own words and fair use in your own words, find and insert an infographic or image that explains these 2 ideas. And you may have to have 2 infographics if they're both not on one. You may have to have one for copyright and one for fair use. Then in a bulleted list using complete sentences, write 5 general rules that you feel like teachers should follow in the use of copyrighted materials. And then add the PDF you downloaded in the step 3 of your task here to your Google folder. Your assignment for your digital citizenship page, this is an additional assignment. I'd like for you to watch this short video. This pulls together everything that you've learned about concerning digital citizenship and digital literacy. Watch this short video about people talking about, as educators, what their digital citizenship commitment's going to be. After watching the video, please use your phone and record a short video of yourself explaining your digital citizenship commitment. This is why you, or what you're going to commit to do when it comes to digital citizenship, and why you think that is important. You can hopefully have some inspiration from the video as well as what you learned and what stood out from you or for you as you've moved through this module. Post your video to YouTube, and then insert the video after you've gotten it posted to YouTube. Insert this video onto your website on the digital citizenship page. And finally, on your web page, on your home page, you need to add a picture of yourself along with a short introduction. Many of you that will be going into the field, or any of you that will be going into the field in the fall, might want to make the text for this particular section text similar to what you would put in your letter of introduction to your new cooperating teacher.